low key, a motherfucker pick Dame over Steph.
I would.
You would? Why?
Oh, here it comes. See, you adding to topics. Alright, I'm gonna count you down when I'm gonna start. 3, 2, 1. Yo. Welcome to another episode of High-Headed Thoughts. And it's your boy High-Head. And I have my special guest. Like I told y'all last time, I was going to have somebody special. And this brother is special.
Yes, sir.
That's my brother. Matter of fact, I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
No, go ahead.
No, you introduce yourself, Mr.
Yeah, man. Peace to the family, man. It's your boy Rafiq, in the building.
Brother Rafiq in the building, man. Brother Rafiq. Man, how you feel about your Clippers being knocked out, bro?
Upset. Felt like we had more. I felt like we had more of a defensive machine kind of team, But I take it. I felt like we was more experienced, so so.
It hurt you? Hurt your pride a little bit?
It did.
Okay.
It did.
Hey.
Because I thought experience was going to win at the end. But
Pandemic Paul, baby. Pandemic Paul. As we had this conversation before, Pandemic Paul, man. He always come in. That pandemicness come in, that COVID kick in right at the right time. Hey, no disrespect.
We lost, he had like 17-21, and I'm like, we ain't supposed to be scoring that.
Yup.
Like, in this moment, you supposed to guarantee gave us 35, 30. You said it.
It's all good,
That's
man.
why I'm salty. I'm like...
But honestly, I'm going to tell everybody like I told anybody, you can't blame that on Paul George due to the fact that Paul George is... number one by itself, and he need the claw. Like, let's be real. The claw is really the dude who, who got that foundation for a finals. He know what it's like, what it's like, and what you got to do to get to that final.
Yep, without a doubt about it.
USA got their ass whooped to Nigeria. Don't know what to say. I mean, ain't looking too good for them, and I think they lost to Argentina too. So I mean. That red, white, and blue ain't looking too good this year. Looks like a bronze.
It might be pride. That black pride might be kicking in, like USA.
Hey,
fuck y'all.
You might have a point. Playing against Nigeria, them boys is ready to play. They ready to ball. I guess they say shit. We don't just play soccer out here. We hoop too. Man. Don't let it fool you.
Right.
Do not let it fool you.
He said soccer.
Hey, over there, Africa, that's their sport. They love them a little bit of soccer.
Yeah.
Soccer, and from my understanding, soccer and volleyball, that's their sports. So, I mean, most definitely.
They ready to ball.
Most definitely. So, on the other hand, who you got in the finals? Who you got?
Man, I want CP to take over. I think that's necessary. That'll be a big seal. That'll be like a Dirk Nowitzki sort of like career, like a man who literally, I ain't gonna say he never had this super team, but it never was just handed to him. It's an earned championship, But nah, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. I want CP3 to take it though.
I'm kind of with you on that. I want to see CP3, but really, I really don't care who wins. Honestly, this one just hit for basketball, and I'm happy that basketball actually got to see something that's not LeBron James. That's not, the normal faces of the NBA, the normal faces in the finals. Like, cause you get tired of seeing that. It's kind of like it's a stage act for everybody to have to look at. You're like, oh shit, look who I see again. Oh, it's LeBron one more time. I gotta be him. So I mean, when you're looking at that, you like, damn, all right. So to see that it's Giannis and, you know, Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, you know, just seeing other people, Dre Ayton, it's really nice to see different faces and a different team. And I mean, from my understanding, Phoenix don't have a championship at all. And Milwaukee, they shit.
From like 1976.
1976 or something like that.
Something like that.
I think, who was that? Oscar Robinson and like I don't even want to call him that name, but
Sidney Moncrief.
Sidney Moncrief and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And I don't even think his name was Kareem at the time. I think he was Lou Alcindor at the time.
But you know what? One thing I noticed good about this finals that I think people can appreciate, because I think everybody appreciated, because it's like, finally, for once, it's kind of giving you football vibes. Like, the unexpected made it, the underdog.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you kind of getting that vibe, because that's how the NFL is. That's why you can kind of appreciate Super Bowls, because it's not predictable, you know. So the predictable becomes unpredictable in the NFL.
Most definitely.
So that's kind of how I look at this final. So I do appreciate it. I really don't, honestly, I really don't care who wins, even though I prefer Chris Paul to win. But I do appreciate it. Like, you know, because people projected the Sixers to go. And who else was it? Who was in the Utah
Jazz?
The Utah Jazz. They just knew they was going to the finals. And
I won't lie, I had Utah coming out the West for a while, and then when they lost it, I was just like.
And even in the first round, we thought the Lakers and the Brooklyn Nets. That's kind of like the super team that was supposed to really be there.
To be real, I felt like the Lakers got there on the hair they chin. I felt like it would have been a better run for Steph. Honestly, I think it would have been a better run for Steph in the playoffs, because they was lightening up, even though they was hurt. But I mean, they almost beat LeBron now, but almost don't count. So.
Right. It was a lot of unfortunate injuries that happened. It's almost like injuries, because Kyrie, Kawhi. Yeah. It was a lot of so.
But you know that happens to post pandemic.
I got a question right here though. I got a good question for you. What do you think? Even though Chris Paul win this championship, do you think it'll still have its appreciated value? Because it's almost like he's in the finals. Yes, he earned it, and we know it's him. We know what he do. We ain't questioning none of that. But when you look at all the super teams that was projected to go, and it didn't turn out because of injuries, and even more injuries going into the next rounds and stuff, do you feel like it's kind of like a piggyback ring? Do you kind of feel like it's one of them?
Nah, honestly, because I mean, if you're really looking at Chris Paul is one person that actually got it out the mud.
Yeah,
he got it out the mud. Like when you go back and go look at it, it was like New Orleans Hornets. He went there. He played for New Orleans for like 6 years. Right. Left New Orleans and went. Where the fuck did he go after that? To the Clippers. Mm-hmm. Went to the Clippers, played there. After that, went to Houston. Left Houston, got traded for Russell. Went over to the Thunder. The Thunder, they wasn't doing too much, and they was a trash team. And he got them to the playoffs.
Yeah, that's why I said he's established. There's no question about him. But he is in the finals due to unfortunate circumstances.
Okay.
And I'm saying, do you think people? Okay, prime example, and I'm not trying to reach, but I just want to kind of put it in perspective. Like Dirt championship
stamped, guaranteed,
bro.
Guaranteed stamped, because he beat LeBron. He beat Bron Bosch. But okay, so put it like this.
Durant and
so let's put it like this. Can we really say that Kawhi Leonard was going to have great games, those games, and was going to beat them? Because they a complete team. the Suns earned the right to get there too, and let's not act like the Suns wasn't a top 3 team in the West. So I mean, we also have
were they top 3?
Yeah, it was number 2, I believe. So I mean, when you sitting there looking at that, you playing with a team that knows how to play together. It's just will they click?
Right.
And if Devin Booker played like how he played the other day, they won't be going too far. Because the other day he looked like garbage.
Yeah, I seen he only had like 10
points. That's all he had. The whole game got taken out in the second half. Didn't play the whole second. Bro, he was just mentally not there, bro. Mentally. Like, when I say just checked out of the game, just the light on, but ain't nobody in there. The light on, but ain't nobody
when
in
he
there.
got the ball, what was he doing?
Bro, just missing. It was like no matter what he did, it was a lid on the. It was like putting a garbage can lid on. It was like putting the garbage can lid on the garbage can. You know how when you a little kid, your mom be like, "Go throw this paper in the garbage." You think you're a hooper. You come down thinking you whole dribbling it through the. Cause you know I'm from the hood, so we had long little what's the name? Come down, act like you dribbling, you shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, that motherfucker off the lid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's exactly how his game was, off the lid.
Damn.
Off the lid. Off the lid. Man. So, who you feel gonna be Finals MVP?
Depends on who win. That depends on who win.
I mean, me personally, even if they lose, I can see Giannis just being MVP, and I'm gonna tell you why. I know I see it in your face, and I know you ain't a big fan of Giannis, and I'm gonna tell you why. See, the thing about Giannis is he just got hurt not too long ago, and then he came back 2 40-point games, just like Mike, back to back, double. So I mean, when you sitting there looking at that and you playing with a person like that, you kind of like,
I'm gonna be honest. I think Chris Paul got a little bit more recognition in the NBA. That I think it'd be Chris Paul even if they was to lose.
Okay.
I think Chris Paul because the veteranship. You know, State Farm commercials, consistency, kind of, he kind of got that reputation in that, in that NBA business. Giannis is still kind of like, young. He's still establishing himself a little bit. They're going to make him work a little bit, see what he made of. Chris Paul is kind of like,
So, my question is, what you got in that little cup over there, man?
Oh, man, it's just some little ginger.
A little ginger?
Ginger my wifey put together, man. She bought a juicer and then just started, went to the Mexican market, loaded up on some fruit, dumped it in there.
Okay. What's your mixture in this one? Do you know the mixture?
I think this one is, she said cucumber, green apple, ginger, and cilantro, maybe.
Okay.
So it's a green thing.
A little healthy eating. Nothing wrong with that. Healthy drinking.
Got to, man. So,
Daughter in camp, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Hey, black people, start sending your kids to camp. I know y'all be scared to send your kids to camp. They ain't shooting in camp.
Oh.
I'm just telling y'all, send y'all kids to camp. It's something for them to do.
That was, bro. That was.
I mean, you got to think about it, man. It's people that haven't been to camp, and I mean, they can't swim. They can't swim. They have bad, conversation skills, and it's just starting to look bad on our people. So for us, we got to find some mean or some necessary mean to get our kids out the house and off these tablets, because what they watching is a form, like, it's obesity on crack. because all you doing is eating and chilling back with your tablet on, and you ain't doing nothing. So yeah, it's time.
Man, that was significant. You know, they ain't shooting at camp. That's just, and you know what? That's revolutionary too, because you gotta kind of weigh things out, because we weighing things out, living our life the way we live our life. You know, just being, you know, ignorant or just living in poverty and all that. So when you look at camp is gonna do all the things in just a week or two. That's whichever you sign them up for. They gonna knock out things that some of us can't really do in a lifetime.
Exactly.
So it's a lick for the parents, technically, because I'm gonna be real. As far as like what they do on the daily in camp, hour by hour, your regular parent don't have the time necessarily, because they gotta grind and work, and camp gonna knock all that out. Your kid gonna be doing archery, windsurfing, canoeing, camping, you know, tetherball, you know, all that stuff. So, you know, it's definitely
tetherball. All right, so for somebody who has never been to camp or don't know nothing about that, can you explain what tetherball is?
Tetherball, most camps got them, and you see them on TV in old shows where it's kind of like a 8-foot pole, maybe 10-foot pole in the ground with a string attached to it with a tetherball. It's like a certain material. It's like kind of like a leathery, but a real, you know, thick
it's
kind
a
of
soccer ball tied to the rope.
Yeah. Yep. Facts, pretty much. And that's what it is. You know, you just kind of hit it. It's just, you know, it's a little different, a little fun, a little challenging.
See, things that ain't really inside of the neighborhoods that we live in. Ain't no tetherball. I ain't never played tetherball. I seen it, but I ain't never played it.
See, and exactly. So you get exposed based on where you been. Like, my ass was gonna never see it until my mama was sending us off to camp.
And then you said canoeing. Like, most black kids probably don't even know what a fucking canoe is. Like, let's just be real. Like, some
windsurfing, Joe. We was windsurfing. I'm finding myself in the middle of the lake, picking up this. I'm on a board, and it's a sail, and I'm picking it up in the middle. I'm like, oh, this lit. I'm like, oh shit. I'm getting it in, but I'm going back to the projects. I'm from the project, so I'm like, I ain't. So it's like a shock every rip, and we back to what we doing, going to the corner store, throwing rocks in buildings,
on the real, throwing eggs, doing crazy stuff,
doing all the crazy stuff.
Most definitely.
My mama was, you know, she was putting us on these buses with these white boys, and they was playing. They had CD players. I'm getting
the
exposed.
skipless CD player.
Man, I'm talking about North Face.
We was just talking about the skipless CD players, the ones you can run and they don't. Yeah,
man. I'm hearing the M&Ms.
You a black kid want to steal everything they got, but you already know you can't steal it because you on leave for a whole week.
Gonna be the target. They gonna instantly Tyrell. You know they gonna. You know, it's gonna be too, because they gonna look at your luggage. See, my luggage didn't look like the white kid luggage. Mama was short on a couple underwear sometimes. Then it's like, I didn't realize how many times you change throughout the day, because you might, you know what I mean? It's just so much shit. And black motherfuckers, when we went there, we was kind of lacking. White motherfuckers, it was just normal. I'm just like, damn, this is crazy. So it's definitely, so I'm like, fucking, I'm ditching it off. I'm ditching off all of my shorties, because I'm like, this was my stain. This what kind of gave me that versatility more, so like that. It kind of exposed me just slightly out. So I'm like, fucking, I'm ditching it. Fuck it. I'm like, yeah, go on, because it's a lick.
On the real.
She go to the same one I went to.
Same one you went to?
I'm in cabins with white boys, like... punking them.
And think about it, back in the day, that shit was like rare for you to be sitting there kicking it with a white boy. You wasn't kicking it with no fucking white boy in no school.
Man. Bro, I don't even see...
You probably had one white boy that you fuck with in school, like one. And honestly, That's if you had that many of them in your school. See, me, I went to my grammar school. It was predominantly mixed, like literally predominantly mixed. Like you ain't never heard nobody say my school is predominantly mixed. Right. It was like we got 50 black people, we got 50 Mexicans, we got 50 Puerto Ricans, we got 50 Indians, 50 Pakistanians. Like they made sure that they diversified that school to the T. And when I say it was just about everybody in there, man, I met this white dude named Cashmere Leonard, Joe. He was the first dude who told me about 420. And we, and no cap, we was like in 4th grade. He was like, yeah, I'm going over to the skate park. We're going to go smoke. I'm in 4th grade now. I don't know nothing about no weed. I don't know what 420 is. He talking about weed. I'm acting like I know, yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm a shorty from the hood. Grandma beating your ass because you ain't come in with the damn street light on.
Right.
This nigga talking about 420, he finna go smoke. And this is in 4th grade. 4th grade, that shit like 98, 99, something like that, like 99, yeah. Like 99 going into 2000. It's the 99 into 2000.
Shoot.
On the real, you feel me? So we was getting to that point where shit was just, that's what we was doing. But these white boys were skateboarding and smoking weed in young ages. And that shit was normal to them.
Privileged lifestyle, man. I seen the difference when I came. I'm like, damn, these motherfuckers is getting it all.
Yeah.
They getting it all. It's just even the mentality was still just like to have a mentality to even engage in 420 a day.
Exactly.
Like it's kind of like the audacity at that age.
At that age,
and you know what I'm saying.
But to think about the adults who sitting there like, oh, shorty, you want a bag? It's 420. Everybody smoking. Just go ahead and puff you one. I don't give a fuck. Shit, you want to be a skateboarder? You got to smoke this bag to be a skateboarder. That's basically what they told me. You got to smoke this bag to be a skateboarder. Got to smoke this bag. And it's like, damn.
Because when we was at camp, I noticed them boys they wasn't as excited as me and my brother. Like it was
too normal.
Yeah, they wanted to go off and they would go out. They wanted to, you know what I'm saying, kind of break the rules a little more. Like they was on that. Like it seemed like the vibe was to who can do the wildest. You know what I'm saying? Who can do it? That was because they'll just leave out the back of the cabin and it'll be woods and dark and they just want to. I'm just like, man, I'm
who can run out there naked?
Hey,
what kind of freaky shit y'all on?
Man,
run in the woods naked, bro.
Just do some.
No, bro, I'm not. It's just not cool.
They just so privileged, like. But that's just 420. Like, bro, I didn't know about no fucking 420 until like 5 years after I was already smoking weed. Like, I'm like, oh, this a real thing? They're like, yeah. I'm
yes,
like,
it's
oh,
a real
shit.
thing. Yes, it's a real thing. These boys out here smoking at a young age, and they parents know all about this shit. Parents don't care. The parents don't care. Them white people parents like, hey, you want to smoke a joint with me, son? Hell no, Dad. Sit your punk ass down. So, let me ask you this question. How you feel about good old Bill getting out of jail? Mr. Jello Pudding. Bill.
Free the guys.
Free the guys. Free Bill, man. I'm glad free Bill. I'm glad Bill is free. Hey, I put my mans up in there for Cheddar Bob.
And shout out to the minister, because the minister told Bill that Allah was gonna get him out this jam.
He definitely did.
That's been floating
all over. That's definitely been floating all over.
Man, like
minister told him. Yeah.
Come on. Free the guys.
Yes, sir. Bill ass old as hell. They trying to keep that man up in there.
That's WT. That's such a, like, bro, really? At his age, he's not really, you know,
A threat to nobody.
To society. Yeah, he's not a threat to society like that, man. Y'all ass just trying to prove a point. But see, this is, I'm noticing the pattern. The pattern is whoever was top tier in their expertise, I noticed they start trying to, just like, and I'm saying it, just like Kales, Bill Cosby, all these people who are top tiers for whatever genre and field that they in, they start trying to do some goofy shit. Just like Bill Cosby, he had the 90s film, the image and all that, and it was the best. Because when we think about a family, we always associated with Bill, the Cosby Show.
Facts.
Period.
Right.
Like we kind of do. We all just, everybody in the community, we just be like the Cosby.
It's between the Cosbys and Fresh Prince.
Yep, Fresh Prince. But Cosby gonna beat Fresh Prince all day.
Most definitely.
Cause he's still coming across from, you know, Cosby is like, bam.
Straight
it's
to the
the
door.
whole, you feel me?
Straight through the door.
Exactly. So, yeah, they do that. Michael Jackson, it's crazy, bro. Like, K-Bree be like, she's like obsessed with Michael Jackson. Like, she always
My
looking up
oldest son
conspiracy
is,
theories. And
my oldest son love Mike. Boy, you can't
Joe,
tell him
you shorty.
nothing. He gonna look at you. Jay gonna look at you like, nigga, what?
Yep.
What you just say about Mike?
Hey,
Between him, Mike and Prince, Joe.
Joe, they banging for Mike.
Bro, they banging.
They banging for Mike.
They banging on the beats for Mike. Mike
Bro, they
I'll
like,
never forget. I don't know, somebody, we was sitting there talking about Mike, and they was like, well, you know Mike messing with a little boy. And my son looked at him, he said, everybody wanted to be around Michael Jackson. And he was probably like 5, like Shorty, don't ever try to go on him like,
right.
Everybody wants to be around Michael Jackson. Stop it. Which everybody did, shit. Mike was that man. Mike was definitely that man.
They digging, but see what the shorty's doing now, he's so great. And I think they find impurity in him to the point where they do an investigation, just like Jeremiah. He probably know, because he like, hold on, this YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But nah, but just even him as an example, Michael Jackson,
Prince.
It's one more. Prince, who else? Dave Chappelle.
Oh, you know they banging.
I'm gonna say that, yeah, and I'm gonna say he's
back.
top tier in his, you know, in the stand up. Like,
I'm gonna tell you who they need to start banging for though.
Who?
Cat, Joe, because Cat always banging, Joe.
Oh, they already,
Cat
but they.
Williams.
Oh yeah, I forgot they on his ass. They always just.
They've been blackmailing him from out of everything. Out of everything. Ever since he had that last stand up where he was speaking all them truths, yeah, he ain't been able to see nothing.
Yeah, they've been trying to tear down the reputation of these people, man. So this ain't no joke. They banning motherfuckers. All kind of crazy shit. So that's why I feel about the bill. Like, you know, it's just another one of them. So
Most definitely.
you still put in that work, so, you know, we gonna always, you know, keep your name up there.
What shows you been watching? Got some shows for my people.
Nah, I'm waiting on. No, I can't. What you got? What shows you been watching?
Dave, like she said, David McMahon. I've been watching, of course, All American. Honestly, Lego Masters, dude.
What that on? Netflix.
Lego Master on Hulu. It's on Hulu, yeah.
Hulu, okay.
Yeah, it's on Hulu. So I've been watching Lego Master. And when I say
What's that about?
Lego, building Lego.
Oh, true.
Like the little toys Lego that they used to have. Like basically, you got they building big things with Lego, bro.
Pretty much just show they mastery in that shit. Like you just They take it to
That's
another
what they
level.
working, bro. Another level ain't the word. Like they got Legos that they'll probably make this mic and put the word in there and everything. Like
So they taking it to a whole nother right.
Yeah, they had one where it was like an earthquake and seeing how long, like the max was like 11, where it shaked the building. They had to make buildings that was like 10 stories high and see how long it can last. Man, they was putting that, some odds had that shit up to 11. That joint just shaking. I'm talking about whole table would just be rocking. This mic would have been fell off.
Damn.
They rocking that joint so hard. And I'm talking about them joints standing.
Damn. Impressive shit.
Hell yeah.
Impressive shit.
Hell yeah. So what other things you knew with you, man?
Still just grabbing different information. It was something else I wanted to touch base with the people with. Damn.
Had one of them brain farts, huh?
I'm trying to put it in order. See, you ain't seen the Juvie video. That's another thing I want to tell the people. Juvenile and Manny Fresh did another video, and it's called Vax That Thing Up.
Vax that thing up?
Vax, V-A-X. You heard about that?
Scary.
Oh my God. Community, this is actually embarrassing. This is almost like, Minion vibes type shit. Like puppet, goofy mascot type shit. Vax that thing up. Wow.
I just seen it too.
Vax
You
that
know I'm about to
thing
find
up.
it.
We got innocent babies coming in here and you still fucking playing? God
You
damn.
know I'm gonna play it for him.
Come on. This some bullshit.
You finna online date chat, find a mate chat, open up the okay profile picture looking tight chat, nice chat, got your bio reading right chat, precise chat, but before you find a date chat, you gotta wait chat, gotta go vaccinate chat, get it straight chat, girl you look good, want you vax that thing up, you's a handsome young brother, want you vax that thing up, dating real life, you need to vax that thing up, feeling freaky all night, you need to vax that thing up, girl you look good, want you vax that thing up, you's a handsome young brother, want you vax that thing up, dating real life, you need to vax that thing up. Feeling freaky all night, you need to vax that thing up.
Bro, they selling it.
No holding hands, chick. But when we get the shot, we gonna be romancing. Girl, you could be the queen. After quarantine, we could meet up at the spot and we could do the thing. Internet date chat, I'm your mate chat. Download the app, shawty, you ain't gotta wait chat. I love it when you hold me, eggplant emoji.
Girl, you look good, want you vax that thing up. You's a handsome young brother, want you vax that thing up. Dating real life, you need to.
Bro. Get your people.
Hey, get your mans in them.
What the
Get your
fuck,
mans
bro?
in them, man. What the fuck is going on?
What the fuck? And then the dudes, I forgot. I think he was on. Damn, he was on some news network, and he was black dude. He got the shuffling his feet too. Man, it was just. What? How did you come up with this? It was just so. I'm like, wow.
This is crazy, bro.
Vax that thing.
Bro, they was giving people deals. Like, hey, we'll give you $150 in bonus cash, 6 months of free rent if you take a vaccination shot. What? Hey, we'll give you free McDonald's sandwiches for a whole 6 years if you take a vax shot.
And I'm trying to figure out, how is it that all these other cures, motherfuckers damn near need to sell their homes just to afford? Damn near, they don't even have, it's just, but vaccines are just so, it's almost like just free of charge everywhere. Like it get freer and freer. It gets so free that They want to give you something on top of giving you that. Like, damn. Like, yeah, that's just
when I seen Denny's say that they was giving out free breakfast for people who have vaccination.
Free breakfast. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said it gets freer and freer. It's almost like they bribe you with more shit just to get it.
Hey, you want a free breakfast? Go get
portion
back.
of your tuition if you got
Man.
Say it again.
They pay a portion of your tuition if you got
Oh, shorty, them great.
I'm going to go get vaccinated.
They paying motherfuckers rents 3 months worth.
Bruh.
Oh, motherfuckers are
Bruh.
whole time.
That's basically saying, hey, we don't know what's in here, so we're going to pay you back. And if you take it, then whatever happens to you just happen. See, I heard somebody say the reason that they wouldn't get it is because even after 90 days, you might be okay. They say, but what happened after 100 days? What happened after 120 days? What happens after 160 days? What happens after 365 days? What happens? Yeah, but what is it doing to the inside of your organs? What is it doing to the inside of your liver? And all the rest of the things that you need to function properly. Like, oh, so 1 minute it's trick, but the crazy part is the biggest Debbie Downer for me is you can still get it.
Yeah.
How the fuck can I get something that's supposed to be?
They're not responsible.
Oh, of course. That's my biggest thing. CDC
They're
is
not responsible. So it's like, no, if you advocating it, you know what I'm saying, to this magnitude, then goddamn it, you better give me some motherfucking insurance on this shit. You supposed to be like, look, if shit goes sour, you know, we're gonna grant you with some things.
You know what? It's funny that you say that because now you just made me think of some shit. You ain't heard them say, I offer you McDonald's, Denny's sandwiches. You can get half off on tuition,
coffee,
donuts. But why they ain't offer you life insurance? Why they ain't offer nobody a $10,000 policy or $20,000 life insurance policy? You get vaxxed, we give you a $20,000 life insurance policy just in case. That's some real shit right there. That'll let me know, like, damn, they really care about me.
They'll be making more of a statement, like, all right, like as far as they
we guarantee that this basically working because we guarantee it so much. We gonna give you a $10,000, hell, even $5,000 policy, something. You ain't got nothing, nada. Niggas giving out bullshit. They giving out shit that's gonna kill you.
To kill you.
Oh, we gonna give you a vaccine, and then after
this the pre-kill.
And then after getting the vaccine, you can go get a bunch of Krispy Kreme donuts because as long as you show me a vax card. Yep. And then the crazy part is that most people don't know it's against a law called HIPAA, the HIPAA law, and the HIPAA law stops you from having to show your medical records or medical history to anybody. I'm just stating facts. Let's say you go get you a job, right? Mm-hmm. And your job is like, yeah, we need to see your vaccination card. You don't have to show that to them. And people gonna be like, oh, yes, you do. No, you don't. Because the moment he makes you show it, he has broken HIPAA law. He has broken your privacy. That's how it goes. But people won't know that. And for those who are on my shit, now you know. But yeah.
Yeah, I ain't know. But I'm definitely trying to make sure the community got the resources we need to, you know, pass down documents and, you know, any other records that we need. You know, we're gonna have that shit on deck.
So what do you feel that the people who are descendants of slaves need to do? Because as of right now, us as black people, we kind of in a damper. Like we coming out of a slump, but we still in a damper.
Yeah. Because right now everything is kind of overwhelming. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like we kind of exalted ourselves to the max because it's just so much information flying. the plague.
Man, I'm gonna be real. Motherfuckers and overexalted themselves so much that, and it's all off protesting. Like, y'all ain't exerted yourselves into something that's really positive. It's all like protest. And it's like, shit, we've been protesting for almost 100 years. How much more we gonna protest?
I mean, what? Yeah.
This is why this high head thoughts.
Yeah. It's.
Motherfuckers can't sit there and we want, because you can we want all fucking day. But we want don't necessarily turn into what you get.
See this?
What you get. Because we had that ear when we started breaking up buildings. A lot of people didn't, we had that ear, and then nobody really stepped up to say nothing. It was just like, hey.
You know what, I also think that I think we kind of missing what we fighting for, what protesting for. I think in all reality, foundational Black Americans, ADOS Black Americans, I think we trying to fight for equality. I think we, in that, white man ain't gonna give you no equality. He's not gonna give you justice. We have to fight for separation. And I don't think we fight. I think it's somehow we still trying to hold hands with this large, random, protesting community of. And then they keep birthing other. Out of a Black Lives Matter, there came the Me Too, the feminists, the and it's like now it's like a fight for everybody. Now it's like
nobody.
Well, they attack me because I'm the. You know what I mean?
Not
like
everybody being attacked. Nobody coming together. Everybody attacking.
Now it's everybody attacking. Now it's like
every man for themselves.
Yep.
Every man for
it's like every man for themselves.
It's like we playing dead man pickup out here. We just throwing the football in the air, and whoever can get to the touchdown is
that's just the bottom thing. And see, and that was right and exact and plain, because when there's different offsprings of these different groups, feminists and Me Too and LGBT and all this shit, not black, it's not about black people no more. Now other people who are struggling and confused about their gender, now they saying, hey, I'm suffering with a Holocaust situation because people don't. And then the feminist is like, the strong modern day woman, and it's like, it's just so many, and that is kind of like it's a lead now, and it's like you said, every man for themselves. So all these different teams are going against each other, And
I was having a conversation with one of my friends, and this was one of his topics, because I got a couple friends who gay or LGBT. I don't know what the proper acronym for them is.
Right. But what he identifies,
exactly,
or she. My bad.
He definitely a he. He ain't okay. One of them. So me and him, we was having a conversation, and I was telling him, I remember when the gay men wasn't as gay as they are today, and he was like, "What you mean?" And I explained to him, gay men was having kids with women. They had no choice because you couldn't be out there like that. So they was out here having kids, and honestly still being stand-up men, role models to their friends, and to their kids. And then years later, you look up, and they told everybody, "Hey, I ain't came out." You know what I'm saying? So at that time, you sitting there like, what the? But it wasn't normal. It wasn't normal, and even gay men was men now, and now they in turn to where they have to be sensitive. Like, everybody got to be sensitive. It's not just them. It's just everybody. Everybody is sensitive.
Well, because it's the aftermath of. It's really the aftermath in they depopulation process. This is the aftermath, and the aftermath is that we now welcome our project that we've been trying to get. We've been trying to compromise masculinity. Masculinity is under attack, and through the time of the wicked scientist to rule, he knew that in order for us to control, we have to first reduce the masculine. We have to first reduce testosterone, because testosterone is the only thing that has the power to challenge. So they've always been on them. Only men revoke and rebel, like, you know, that's in our nature to do that, to compete, to challenge, you know what I mean? So it's just the aftermath, and we seeing that now. We seeing the men dangling. They gone, they compromised. Now it's all inclusive. Now there's no boundaries. Now it's like, so I can wake up one morning and say, hey, everybody, I identify as a koala bear. And we all have to sit back and start pandering this so-called delusional koala bear. Like, damn. Like, that's the thing now. Not like, what the hell?
Kind of equating to what Kevin Samuels be talking about.
Man.
Everybody in their own little world.
Yeah, you can just be whatever. Hey, I'm a Sears Tower building. Treat me as such. And if you don't, he's a bigot. He's a, you know, I can just, now the insults come.
We got to figure out what is line of bigotry and overdoing it, because now it's like you honestly, you got to watch what you say to everybody, because, or say on everything, because one person might take it as, I don't take that as offense. And the next person be like, oh, that was totally offensive. And then you got another person who's like, I don't know how I feel about this. And it's kind of weird, because it take away that First Amendment, even though we all know that amendments ain't really meant for us. But if we gonna run by the book,
right?
That First Amendment say freedom of speech, and I freely can't speak. So it's kind of like, where are we really getting at? Where are we really getting at?
This shit is horrible. This is the true aftermath. I'm saying, it's just like, when you start seeing men in onesies for these holidays, you know something has happened. Because men don't.
Hey, hold on.
Look.
I got my Cookie Monster ones.
Look.
But I ain't
no. I know.
Shit.
But you know what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm saying we ain't the initiators on things, on certain as such. You know, it's kind of like what Kevin Samuels saying, that women are just becoming more entitled. And I'm saying you seeing tons of it, because, you know, I grew up with my dad. My daddy was in the household for me for 18 years straight before he had his stroke. And Joe, that motherfucker was not. That man was, you know what I mean? That man went to the room, ESPN on, so I ain't see. I'm just like, he like
say Pop's here, but he ain't
here.
here.
Yeah, Pops ain't partaking in a lot of, you know, he wasn't like, you know, like OG them was. So I was like, okay, I got a good gauge. Like, nah, daddy, okay, I see what he on type shit. So, but the point I'm making is that we you know, it's just masculinity being under attack, man. That's just the point. If you can control masculinity, you can get control. You kind of, it's like, you know, you don't control feminine. Like, feminine is feminine. Like, you know, you can't get more feminine than you already are. Like, it's no such. Like, you can't, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know now. Hey, I'm sorry. With certain dudes, they take feminine.
No, I'm saying for women.
Oh,
yeah. Dudes, because it's unbalanced. It's masculine in there.
And I was just telling somebody, because I was on a podcast, and I was explaining to them, like, because the topic was the difference between heterosexual relationships versus gay relationships. And we was basically, you know, contrasting. And a lot of things came down to basically the same, except for masculinity and femininity. And then one of the guys, because her co-host, he gay. So he like, well, you know, this, and I'm telling them like, hey, well, when you think about it, as a dude, you can be the feminist dude in the world. And just like I don't know, a couple years ago, y'all remember the video where the two dudes, they was fighting and they was gay. He grabbed his hair, he was like, let my motherfucking hair go, nigga. Let my hair go. And then like he got real manly with it, bro. And I'm like,
Was they like in the parking lot?
Yeah.
I seen that.
yeah,
I
they was
seen
fighting
that.
in the parking lot. And he went from, let my hair go, bitch, let my hair go, to, nigga, let my motherfucking hair go. And I'm talking about you hit a punches just, doof, doof. These real men still. Whether he want to hang all day, that's still a man. If he hit you, you know what I'm saying?
The thing is, it's clearly an agenda. That's what makes it more, because it doesn't even men, even the ones who are battling with, being sexually confused or whatnot, even they know. That's why they needed so much support from that community.
Oh yeah.
From the government. Because university, it's not gonna ride with you. Like, let's be real. Like, university, you're gonna always be unset. You're gonna be feeling more insecure about expressing that, because the universe don't even.
Let's get real. Let's get real. It's only probably two places that you can probably do this and get away with it: the United States and Europe.
Yes.
Because Russian men ain't going for that. Polish men definitely ain't going for it. I'm telling you this right now because I work with a couple, both of them, and they just like, my dad would kill me if I ever came home talking about I like men. You know what I'm saying?
Now pause right there. See, different cultures, they manhood, they stand on it, they express it.
You're not taking.
They exert.
You're not taking this type of stuff over to Dubai and think that they're gonna ride with it. Cause Dubai,
they might come out with a machete or something and be like, "Wait, hold on, son, you what?"
He gonna knock on every clay house next door and be like, "Hey, let's take care of my son, Joe. We either gonna fix him or we gonna
go on ahead,
put him in the dirt."
That's what I'm. And that mentality keeps boys it helps boys to become men, just because that's as a man, that's part of nourishing and molding, is to take a position, be clear on it, because if you an adult and you confused, you damn sure gonna produce another confused. Period.
Absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely.
Shit gotta be clear.
Kevin Samuel's been saying it. He told him, stop raising these simp ass dudes.
Man, be clear. Just be clear, because if you clear as a parent, motherfucker gonna be like, yeah, he did his job.
Mm-hmm.
We know he ain't. You know. Now it's like they gotta respond to it. So that's why I'm like, because we gotta factor these things in. We might put these things in place, and our children, they might not. They might go a different direction, but at least we know that we clear, and everybody knows, like, oh, we know that position. That ain't, we don't know where you got, so we just in compromising situations in society, man. When we gotta stop all this inclusive love. ADOS is very important so we can identify each other way more simpler. Period.
ADOS.
ADOS, American Descendant of Slavery. We are that particular group. Well, I feel like if we want to help, then you guys shouldn't feel, no, we don't feel no kind of way. We just know this is our responsibility. We appreciate your help, but, we know we got to do this.
Most definitely. And for those who don't know what ADOS is, it's American Descendant of Slaves, meaning that one of your ancestors, grandparents, granddaddy, auntie, whatever, they was a slave here in America, and you was born from the lineage of it. So for those who are lost and confused about what bro was talking about when he say ADOS, that's what he mean.
Yeah. Well, we got to cut it short.
What, you got something else you want to talk about?
Mm-hmm.
It's about good. I'm about good here, player.
No, I ain't know. I thought if you was sexy, I thought you was sexy. I know how to be.
Nah.
Like, man, hey, time up. I know. Look,
I'm texting one of my sponsors.
Oh.
Yeah, one of the sponsors.
But it's
shout out to True Word Clothing.
You feel me?
Big Walt. I see you out there, bro. Yeah. Black man getting this money. I'm talking about he everywhere, especially in Texas.
Let's get it.
So, yeah. Y'all stop at truewordclothing.com and check out my bro shit. We gonna wrap that up. It's been a real hot conversation for a hot head thought. I want to thank you, Brother Rafiq, for coming out here.
Let's do it.
Taking your time up. Wasting my time. No, let me stop. But no, thank you. Thank you for coming out to the podcast. And hopefully I'll get you on here sometime later on with some more people.
Always a pleasure.
Where the situation gets even more spicy. All right, y'all. We up out of here. Peace.
Peace.